Hey there, and welcome to Talk ETFs, ETF.com's weekly video series. My name is Sumit Roy, and I'm Senior Analyst here at ETF.com. This week, I'm speaking with Sal Gilbertie, who's the CEO of Teucrium. Sal, great to have you on the show.
Always good to be here. I'm glad you had me. Thank you.
Absolutely, and this is a really great time to have you on the show, Sal, because you recently launched this ETF, and it has just been an absolute hit. I'm talking about the Teucrium 2X Daily XRP ETF, ticker symbol XXRP. Have you been surprised by how successful this fund has been, Sal? I mean, it launched 2 months ago. It already has 100 million in assets.
I'm going to say no. I couldn't. We didn't really quantify. It's impossible to guess what the flows might be, but we knew there was a pent up demand for this, and we really did jump through some hoops to get it to be first. And we got a great ticker, a 2x exposure with an XXRP. So it double your exposure, double XRP. It's an easy ticker. We were first to launch. That naturally brought the pent up demand for flows. So we've been very, very happy with it. The flows have been tremendous here in 7 weeks' time, and we hope for more success on it.
Yeah, it certainly seems like there's a captive audience for XRP. I hear about it all the time on X. Everyone's talking about XRP. Seems to have a very, I don't know if it's cult-like following is the right word, but maybe you can tell people who aren't familiar with XRP what exactly is the case for XRP and how is it different than something like Bitcoin or Ether?
Sure. Well, Bitcoin is in my view just a store of value. I mean, people do use it; they're writing programs to use it. But let's face it, it's a store of value. It's digital gold. That's what Bitcoin is right now. And so, Ether, I'm not so sure. Okay, I don't understand Ether as well as I understand XRP. And XRP has a use case. So Ripple, the company that issued XRP, is what they call building the rails. So they're building the background behind the scenes in finance primarily, but it can apply to anything that's going to be tokenized. And XRP is the tool. It's the token that's going to be used on those rails. And we find that the Ripple team is very professional. They're very single-minded in their purpose, which is to build out a digitized financial system and a tokenized financial system. They're doing it. We believe they're the most professional out there. We believe they're the most dedicated out there. We can be wrong, but they are professional and they are dedicated. So we believe in them. And that's why we launched an XRP.
So Sal, this is obviously a 2x ETF, and these leverage ETFs, they're typically known and considered trading vehicles, right? So why would someone look to something like an XRP or 2x XRP as the preferred trading vehicle over something like a 2x Bitcoin ETF? Is it more volatile? Is there potential catalyst that could create outperformance for XRP relative to Bitcoin? What's the thesis for a trading vehicle tied to XRP?
Well, I think at times it's all true. I think the market is looking for trading vehicles. We honestly, we're a derivative shop, and so it's our area of expertise. And anybody who's really interested in crypto and XRP, they know how to buy it. They just know how to buy it directly. And so our view was offer a product that isn't easily accessible, and that's a 2x levered product. And that's what we did. And so will it be more or less volatile than Bitcoin? Probably yes, probably no, depends on when you look at it. Will it have more upside than Bitcoin? A lot of people say yes. I think that the use case for XRP as it builds, that's the thing about it. It actually has a use case. It has a use. And so we don't make price predictions here, but I do think that in terms of the very long-term outlook and the tokenization of everything as that comes down, given that XRP is a useful token, I think that XRP has the potential for some very good upside. Now, again, it's a volatile fund. It's a 2x. There's a lot of risk, so people need to be careful when they trade it. But XRP is another interesting token, and we think it's very useful, and there's obviously an appeal to the investors.
Yeah, and Sal, last question here. For the longest time, your firm, Teucrium, is kind of synonymous with agriculture, right? You got corn ETFs, wheat ETFs, things like that. All of a sudden, we have a crypto ETF. Does this mean that you're kind of expanding outside of that whole agriculture complex? Can we expect more crypto ETFs from you in the future?
The answer is yes, as we deem appropriate. And remember, we did file twice for Bitcoin ETF. We were the first to get a 33 Act Bitcoin ETF approved, which was in fact the basis for Grayscale's lawsuit, which they won against the SEC. So we're not new to crypto. We do pick and choose, though. We're not a dedicated crypto shop. We are an alternative shop. So we go where our expertise is. Thus far, in our history, that's been agriculture, energy, and a little bit of crypto here.
Fantastic. Well, a ton of great information, Sal. Thanks so much for your time.
Pleasure. Thanks very much for having me.